I went from broke to $5,000 per month as a video editor, and I'm about to show you exactly what I did so you can do it too. Just 18 months ago, I was working at a retirement home for $10 an hour, taking out trash and wondering if I'd ever make it as a video editor. But last month, I got paid $6,000 for editing 3 YouTube videos, and this happens every single month. So what changed? I discovered that most editors are doing this completely backwards. They're chasing dozens of small clients and competing on price. But the editors making real money understand something completely different. And in this video, I'm breaking down the exact FreetoFee formula that I used to go from that broke kid to landing a 5.4 million subscriber channel. You'll see the exact mistakes that kept me struggling and the step-by-step system that you can copy to do the same. But first, let me take you back to 2020. I had just started college, chasing my dreams of becoming a music video director. On the surface, everything seemed great. I was passionate, learning editing and filmmaking skills, and I had a true vision of creating incredible content for artists. But here's the thing no one tells you about the creative industry. Passion doesn't pay the bills. For the next 3 years, I would struggle every single month to make consistent income. And most months, I couldn't even break $1,000. I was constantly undervalued and overworked, and clients expected me to go above and beyond without actually paying what the work was worth. I was focused on music videos, and a lot of clients in the industry care about status. So because I didn't have big name clients or a ton of followers, they just didn't value me the same way. I would spend hours DMing potential clients who would end up wasting my time and not even commit. And even when it came down to it, they would try to lowball me on my price. But then, something important happened. I teamed up with a guy who made content to promote artists, and we started a production company. Our plan was to become a big media company within the rap industry. And in our first year, we made $30,000 working with some big artists. Our content got millions of views. We gained 5,000 YouTube subscribers in just a couple months, shot crazy music videos, and even interviewed big upcoming artists. From the outside, we looked like we were crushing it. But the reality was completely different. We were constantly fighting, burning ourselves out with constant stress, and somehow always broke despite bringing in decent revenue. The whole thing was falling apart, and when I finally called it quits, I realized I had basically worked for free for an entire year, walking away with just $2,000 of the $30,000 we made. The dream that I thought I was building was actually a nightmare in disguise. So I made the hardest decision of my life at the time. I walked away from everything we had built. And for the next few days, I barely left my dorm room. I remember one specific night, laying in my bed at 2 a.m., scrolling on LinkedIn and seeing all my high school classmates posting about their internships at consulting and tech companies. They had clear paths, steady paychecks, and here I was, back to square one. And that's the moment when most people pivot, when they decide maybe their parents were right about getting a safe degree and a real job. So I did what every broke college student does. I started applying to any job that would hire me. And that's how I ended up working at a retirement home as a server, just trying to pile some cash together. I was doing the grunt work, taking out the trash, cleaning kitchens, and serving food for $10 an hour. And while I was finally making some money, it felt like my soul was slowly dying. And the worst part was the drive home after every shift. I'd sit in my car with this 1,000-yard stare, just staring at the road ahead. I'd drive home feeling empty, feeling like I was meant for something more. But during this dark period, something started clicking. I began analyzing what I had actually done wrong, and I realized the problem was I was targeting artists who were struggling just as much as I was. Most of them were spending their own money on music videos, hoping that it would somehow pay off later. So I started thinking about who actually makes consistent income from video content, and what kind of person relies on good videos to earn revenue. That's when I discovered the creator economy. I realized that YouTubers need constant content. They have actual businesses built around their channels. They make real money from their videos, which means they can afford to pay for real editors. And most importantly, they understand the value of good editing because it directly impacts their views and income. This realization changed my entire life. I went from chasing small artists who saw video as an expense to working with large creators who saw editing as an investment. But I had no idea what I was doing, and I know a lot of you just starting out as an editor probably feel the same way. I had never edited YouTube content, but I told myself I'm going to figure this YouTube thing out or I'm quitting editing editing forever. I was done with the half effort, I was going all in. So I sat in my room and began reaching out to YouTubers, pitched them offers that I knew would work based on my experience, and one of them accepted. I did a free video, exceeded their expectations, and I realized something really important. They actually valued what I was doing. And this client was Ireland Boys Productions, a YouTube channel with 5 million subscribers. In just 1 month, I was able to get in contact and deliver a free video to them. For the first time in years, I felt like I was in the right place. But then I made a big pricing mistake. I heavily undercharged because I was just happy to have a client of their size who actually paid me. For 2 months, I ended up taking on too much work, working tons of hours, and not getting my time's worth. I had proven that the YouTube market worked, but I was still struggling to build a sustainable business that paid me what my time was worth. And that's when I discovered something that completely shifted my approach. The editors making real money, the ones pulling $5,000 per month or more, had discovered a progression system that I'd completely been ignoring. They understood the client value ladder. Instead of trying to get paid thousands of dollars immediately, they started with high value prospects and built relationships systematically. They would identify creators who had already had successful businesses, offer incredible value upfront for free, then gradually increase their involvement and their price. So I created a new system based on this discovery. I call it the FreetoFee Formula, and it has 4 strategic steps. Step 1, target high value prospects. Instead of reaching out to anyone with a camera, I identified creators who already had successful businesses, channels with consistent views, existing revenue streams, and consistent content needs. Step 2, lead with a free video. I would offer to edit one of their videos for completely free. This shows I'm willing to prove myself and gives me the opportunity to show off my skills. Step 3, move to paid projects. Once they saw the quality difference, I proposed editing their next few videos at a per project rate. This built trust while I learned their style and business needs. Step 4, pitch a full-time retainer. After proving I could consistently deliver results and understood their brand, I proposed becoming their dedicated editor with a monthly retainer, positioning myself as an essential part of their content team. And this formula changed my entire life. I went from that broke kid working at a retirement home to landing the Ireland Boys, a 5 million subscriber channel earning $5,000 every single month on repeat. But here's what that really meant. For the first time in years, I could finally breathe. I wasn't checking my bank account with anxiety anymore. I wasn't applying to random jobs or wondering if I could even afford a meal. Instead, I was traveling when I wanted, working on my own schedule, and building a genuine relationship with the Ireland Boys that's been unlike any working relationship I've ever had. We've become very close, and I'm grateful to say that I can truly call them my friends. For the first time in my life, I was actually able to invest in my future instead of just surviving day to day. That stubborn voice in my head was right. I just hadn't figured it out yet, but that didn't mean I couldn't. And here's what I've learned after helping dozens of editors implement this exact system. The biggest challenge isn't knowing what to do, it's having the support and accountability to actually do it consistently. That's why I created something I wish I had when I was struggling in my dorm room. A community of editors who are all working towards the same goal of landing high-paying retainer clients. It's called the Editor Accelerator, and it's completely free. Inside, you'll get direct access to me and other editors who are actively implementing the FreetoFee Formula. You can ask questions, get feedback on your outreach messages, share wins, and learn from people who are actually doing this work. This isn't another Facebook or Discord group where people post random questions and hope for answers. This is a focused community where we share real strategies, real results, and real accountability. This is completely free, there's no catch, so if you want to make $5,000 plus per month, join below. But once I implemented this system, instead of chasing every opportunity, I became very selective. Instead of competing on price, I competed on specialization and results. But here's what most people don't understand about this business. You actually don't want a lot of clients. You just need 1 or 2 great ones. Ireland Boys single-handedly pay me over $5,000 per month. 1 client, 1 retainer, and I choose to only work with them, which means I can focus entirely on delivering incredible videos instead of juggling multiple relationships. Success in this business isn't about being the most talented editor. It's about finding the right client who values what you do and can afford to pay you what you're worth. That's the entire game. The editors pulling $5,000 plus per month are not necessarily more skilled than you. They just understand that 1 high-paying retainer client is worth way more than 50 low-paying one-off projects. But even with this information, we do face a big problem. Even if you know this entire system, you could still struggle to land clients if you don't have the core editing skills that high-paying clients are looking for. See, there are a few specific techniques that make top editors' work so addictive that clients literally can't imagine working with anyone else. And here's the crazy part, most editors have never even heard of these techniques. But once you master them, reaching out to any client becomes so easy because your work speaks for itself. These are the exact techniques that make clients feel stupid saying no to you. So if you want to discover the editing secrets that top creators are willing to pay thousands for, the same techniques that helped me land the Ireland boys, then click here to watch my next video where I reveal exactly how to edit so good that landing clients becomes easy.